Hello everyone and welcome to my Northerly Stakes tips for the 2024 edition of the race. Let's not waste any time, let's get on with the market. Storyville is the favourite, the 3-year-old at $4.40. Attrition, the Victorian at $4.50. $6.50 about for Democracy Manifest. $7 for Super Smink and longer odds the rest. I was able to get the winner last week of the Winterbottom Stakes in Overpass, and it could have been due to looking at the history of the race, the past three winners. That's what we're going to do again this week. Let's have a look at the past three winners of the Northerly Stakes. So we'll start with last year. The winner was Dom to Shoot. It was Western Australian trained. It was third up in its campaign when it won the Northerly Stakes. Settled a long way back in the railway in its last run. Then before Dom to Shoot, I should say, it was Amelia's Jewel. She was a 3-year-old heading into the race. She was fourth up off a good win from the back in the Western Australian Guineas. And then Regal Power was the one before that. He was third up into the race, Western Australian trained, and he was a long way back in his last start. So what I'm gathering from this is that Western Australian trained is an advantage. Third to fourth up in their campaign is good, and settling with a double figure in front of its name at the 800 last start. So Regal Power settled 10th in run in its start before the Northerly win. Amelia's Jewel did the same, and Dom to Shoot was 14th at the 800 metres in its run before the Northerly last year. So that's what I'm getting from that, and the horse that has fit the bill is number 12, Zip Away. It's currently at $17. It's third up in its campaign, settled 10th in run in the railway last start. It's third up on Saturday, not relating to the past history of the race as well. Gets the blinkers back on, so I think it's ready to run a bit of a race at double figures based off of the past history of the Northerly Stakes. Let's get on with some replays. The Railway Stakes is a last start form reference we're taking a look at, featuring Democracy Manifest, Light Infantry Man, Super Smink. Zip Away was also in this race. Don't know if Port Lockroy or Sox Nation won. I'm pretty sure it was Port Lockroy, but we moved past that. Democracy Manifest, I don't think had much luck over there on the inside part of the track. Don't know how it got to the inside from gate 16, to be honest. But draws gate 2 again, so Mark Zara will need a ride for luck again. Light Infantry Man didn't have the clearest of runs. Draws 15, so we'll be out of trouble, but we'll have to get a long way back. I thought Super Smink ran really well. Got the dream run up the inside to give itself a good chance of finishing really close to the winner, but still it settled right near the back in that Railway Stakes and managed to get into the placing, so I thought it was a really good run. Zip Away was decent without looking threatening, so yeah, that was the Railway. Out of that, I think all of them are pretty good chance if they get the right runs, but I'd be leaning to Super Smink. The WA Guineas was won by the current race favourite in Storyville. Did it very well. It was a frantic tempo. There was a Pride of Jenny wannabe in front, and Storyville was able to mow it down. Getting in with the 50 kilos on Saturday looks to be really good for this horse. Will need luck from gate 1 being a back marker. It can lead, judging off earlier in its career, but the past couple of starts, it's had to go right back to the back of the field. So what Willie Pike does, I'm not too sure. I reckon he'll be on speed. I think Storyville's in with a good chance. Flower of Gold was actually really good from the back as well. It's drawn gate 7, so should be further back in the run than Storyville on Saturday. I think these two horses also have decent chances. A very even race. I've said all the horses in the Railway, coming out of the Railway, have decent chances, and so do these horses coming out of the WA Guineas. The only minor query with Storyville is that it's 6th up, so whether it'll feel the pinch at some point in its preparation. It could be on Saturday, and considering we looked at the history of the race, what you need to be able to win 3rd and 4th up were the peaking stages. So that's my only query with Storyville, but it looks to have a good setup on Saturday, all bar that 6th up stat and gate number 1. The second favourite pushing for favouritism at the moment, Attrition. The Victorian comes out of this run in Sydney at Rose Hill in the 5 Diamonds. Started favourite over the 1800 metres and probably nearly could have won the race. It was held up late on the line. Now this is far superior form to what it faces on Saturday. the likes of Pericles and Freedom Rally would be probably starting favourite in this race. So I can see why attrition's well respected in the market. Looks to map well from gate 5. The only query with attrition, it's the same with Storyville. It's 6th up. It might have peaked when it won the Hill Stakes about a month or 2 months ago now, actually. It's been that long since it's won the Hill Stakes. And it's done a lot of travelling. Like it started its campaign in Adelaide. It then went over to Melbourne to race twice, then went up to Sydney, back down to Melbourne, back up to Sydney for the 5 Diamonds, over to Perth for the not Railway, Northerly, which one it faces on Saturday. It's done a lot of travelling and it's 6 up. That's the only reason I think attrition might not be at its best, and there's other decent chances, but you never know. It's a classy horse. Now let's move on with my top 4. I've got Super Smink on top. I actually marked Light Infantryman the favourite, but after the gates have been drawn, I've elevated Super Smink to my top pick. Draws gate 6, so looks to settle closer than what it did in the Railway. The only time it's drawn a decent gate in its last 5 starts, it was able to settle closer than what it normally does, and it won. That was 2 starts ago in the Asian Bow. So hopefully it can do that again. Chris Parnham in the saddle, I reckon, has got a good chance. I've elevated Zip Away to second pick due to the history that we looked at the start of the video. Gate 4 in a midfield position. Blinkers again. $17 looks over the odds. Light Infantryman I like as a horse. Gate 15, a query. We'll have to get right back and storm past them all, but had a good SP in the Railway Stakes and can be running well. And Storyville from gate 1 with the lightweight will need luck, but Pike's in the saddle and he usually gets the job done. So that's my top 4 for the Railway Stakes. That's my look at the... Oh, I've said it again. That's my top 4 for the Northerly Stakes. That's my look at the Northerly Stakes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know who you like in the Northerly Stakes down in the comments below. And until next video, bye for now.